Guys, so alright, so in this video I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can practice. How can you look at the charts whenever I'm giving you assignments to look at a chart and practice? Here's exactly how you can start practicing on your own, start practicing after watching the videos, and just get some general information. Do your own research. Today I'm gonna go over the accounts that you can set up on which platform, what exactly you're going to be able to do on these platforms. There's actually just one platform I'm going to talk about in this video, because this is the only platform I would want you guys to use in order to practice. There's actually two, I guess, that you could use, but nonetheless, the first thing I want to cover in this video is what you should do while you practice. So what's the point of me showing you guys how to practice right now? I know that you guys watching the videos, it's only day 5 and you don't know how to enter for a trade. You don't know what trades work. You don't know what a contract is, how it works when you have more or less contracts or lot size. I know I covered it in the previous video, but nonetheless, I know I didn't cover the entries, how to enter a trade, like why you should enter a trade at what moment. But I really just want to show this video so you guys could explore the platform, explore the market, and see how it works on your own at first. All right, and all throughout the videos, you guys will already have like a fine touch for your chart, because you already had your little alone time of practice. All right, so let's jump right into it. So the first platform you should absolutely use is called TradingView. All right, so TradingView is a free platform. You can use it on you can use it on the web. You can use it on your computer. There's a computer app, which is honestly what I would recommend, but you can still use the phone app as well if you don't have access to a computer. All right, so TradingView is really the platform that you want to use. All right, let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So you want to go on the internet and type in TradingView. Now, what I recommend for you guys is to go ahead and create an account. I'm not going to do so just because I don't want to show my personal information for the purpose of the video. But what you would want to do is go ahead and create an account. So on the top right, you see here, there is this sign in option, and you could connect with your Google account. Once you're in, it's going to look the exact same. You will have options, by the way, to have a subscription. I'm gonna go over what the subscriptions are used for, but honestly, considering the fact that you just got started with trading, I would not recommend. It's not necessary for you guys to have a subscription. You might get some ads here and there, but it's nothing that would I guess it shouldn't annoy you too much. It's not going to influence how you practice or how you see the markets. All right, so once you sign in, you are going to have this search bar here at the top left, and in this search bar you are going to see there are multiple options here. There's symbols, ideas, scripts, people, sparks, and within the symbols you're going to see there's other options such as stocks, funds, futures, forex, crypto, indices, bonds, economy, and options. Now, to be quite fairly honest, you could practice with forex. I know I said that I'm only doing futures at the moment, but you could also look at the forex charts just for fun, just to see what it looks like. However, if you want to just focus on futures, I think this is the best option for now. Just click on futures and you will have all the markets on the futures futures side of trading. So as I mentioned before, I think in the first video, what I trade is NASDAQ. So you can see the first option here is NASDAQ. Now, once you click on it, or whichever other future chart or market you click on, let's go with NASDAQ again. You're going to have this option to launch the chart. So you're going to click on that, and you will see this big screen here appear. What you might see, though, on your screen, let me use a quick arrow just because I know it's going to be a little difficult here to point specifically. What you will see here is at the top you have different time frames. So I'll go over the time frames. I'm pretty sure I already did actually, but the time frames basically each time frame represents a period of time. So each candlestick represents a period of time. All right. So now if I look, for example, at the 5 minute time frame, what I'm looking at here is each candlestick representing a 5 minute chart, 15 representing a 15 minute per candle, 30 minute representing 30 minute per candle. Now your chart might look a little different, so what you would want to do if your chart is different, if you don't see these candles, you want to go over here to the middle option where you see this candle icon. Once you click on it, I want you to star the option candles. What you might see on your chart is maybe lines here, but what you really want to use are candlesticks, because this is the only chart you want to use while you trade. Okay, it's not necessary to have any other kind of chart. You could use the hollow candles, but honestly, it's the same thing as normal candles, so just might as well just use the regular candlesticks. You know what I'm saying? So once you have all of that, you're set and you're ready to go. You can choose whichever other markets you want. S&P 500, there's ES, and let me just go back on NASDAQ. So you can click here on the search bar, NASDAQ, and you're going to jump straight back to it. And in order to enter for a simulation, if you scroll down here, let me just go ahead and scroll down. There's this option called paper trading. Now, you guys are connected, so you should see this option to join for free. Now, it's going to ask me to sign in, but for you guys, it's going to say start paper trading simulation or something along these lines. What you want to do is go ahead and click on that, and it's going to give you a $100,000 account, which obviously is a simulation, and you're going to be able to trade on these markets, which are live markets, by the way. All right, so you're gonna have a balance. You're gonna be able to see how much you're making, how much you're losing in your position. And with that said, you are going to have the option here to either sell or buy the market. Now, considering this is a market, this is something I'm gonna go over later in time, but we would have here what's called a gap. So what I would do in this situation is go ahead and enter for buys. So in this situation, you would enter for buys, expecting the market to go ahead and rally all the way up. So with that being said, this is the only thing that you guys need in order to practice on a live market. No need for apps or like paid subscriptions. Just use TradingView. All right, my apologies, guys. Had a little issue. But as you can see, when you use the free version, there are going to be some ads. Now, this ad is just because I'm not using an account. Let me just try to connect here, actually. You know what? I don't think there's any information that's going to be... there it is. So, if you look at the chart right here, and in order to create a simulation, you want to go down here to paper trading. Now, all you have to do is... there's a maintenance right now. Okay, but all you would have to do is go ahead and connect. There you go. And you are going to receive $100,000 in funds. Of course, this is simulated funds. This is not real money. So when you do this, you will have the option, as I said, to go ahead and enter and sell for positions for trades. So here you have the option to buy. Here you have the option to sell. And in the middle, you have the amount of contracts that you're risking for this position. Now, if I go to enter for... Actually, I have to select the proper NQ here. So, what does that mean? Here, when you see NQ CME, and it also says it right here, when you select CME, it means it's all the NQ charts within one combined give this big chart, and you cannot trade on a CME market. You have to specifically choose what's called a broker. You have to trade NQ on a specific broker. What is a broker? It's basically just a company that displays all this information. The company that displays the charts, displays the numbers, is called the broker. So in order for you to trade, you would have to go on, you could write NASDAQ, and then if you click on the little arrow next to NQ, you're going to see all these different NASDAQ options. There's NASDAQ from December 2030. Obviously, you're not going to pick that one because we're not there yet. But you could go ahead and pick NASDAQ from June 20. Actually, you can check NASDAQ from December 2026. It's going to be the same chart, just a little more choppy. And actually, hold on. Just because you could go ahead and click on all here. And let me just type in NASDAQ. There you go. And then you're going to see, don't click on futures, just click on NASDAQ. Actually, just click on all, sorry. It's going to be way better. You click NASDAQ or ES or S&P. And let's say I'm typing NAS. And there's the broker right here. There's Pepperstone for NASDAQ. The first on the list. And there's FXCM where you can trade on. There's IG. There's Forex.com. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Pepperstone one. Now, as you can see here, I have still the option to buy and sell. Buy or sell this current futures. So what I'm going to do is click on buy. And this should pop up on your feed. Now, what you could do is select the amount of units, which is essentially the amount of contracts you want to trade with. And I'm going to go ahead and type 5. Okay, this is actually, I'm going to type 2 because this is the amount that I normally trade with, right? So once you do that, you go ahead and click on buy. Now, you will have this option to, if you click on the TP, which is the profit target, you're going to have the option to drag it all the way to where you think the market is going to go. And then you click on modify on the right, and the TP should set itself automatically. And as you can see, if my trade was to hit its price target, I would get $148. Now, SL is what I'm willing to lose. So I do not want the market to go below this low. So again, press on modify, and there you go. I have myself a stop loss and a TP. TP being the profit target and stop loss being the stop. Well, SL means stop loss. So like the amount I'm willing to risk. Now, there's this thing here that you're going to see multiple traders use, and it's called projections. So if you go on this little tab on the left, you're going to see there's long position option. I'm going to start them. There's short position option. You're going to see people using lines for trend lines, which I'll go over quite soon. And what you would want to do is go ahead and use all these tools that you think might be useful to you or useful when you take your trades. Now, I use this projection here for longs, and you're going to see some traders use this as well. So all they do is picture here their position. Now, it's just a nice little visual, little add-on. And as you can see, if you look at the trade here on the paper trade, you're going to see all this information here. So account balance is at 100,000. Equity, meaning if I was to close this trade, how much I would have. So I'd be at $10 in profits. Unrealized P&L, which is the profits I have right now. Available funds, which is the amount of funds that I could still use for more trades. Account margin, which is how much I'm spending, how much it cost me to enter this trade, this specific trade. So it cost me $900 in order to enter with 2 contracts on this specific trade. Now, and you can see I'm using the free version, so I still get some ads here. All you want to do is click on X. But then you have the symbol in positions, the positions tab. You have the symbol, which is what I'm trading on. And, you know, the quantity, the average fill price, which is the price at which I entered, the take profit, which is where the trade is going to close, the stop loss, last price, and the unrealized P&L. So all this is just information. And then once you start building history, once you start taking trades, you can slide all the way down to history, and all your trades are going to be over here. Now, you have this option here to journal your trades. So basically it tells you at what time and what position you took at what time, whatever. And that's a nice little piece of information as well. So all in all, very, very simple. All I want you guys to do is go ahead and explore that. You can do this on whatever market you want. So I could go on gold, do the exact same thing, click on gold, and I decide to go on the Capital one, let's say capital.com, this one right here, the second one, and I can still trade gold right here. And I'm going to enter for sales with, let's say, 5 units. There you go. Boom, entered for sales, and I'm willing to see gold go down all the way here, which would give me $45. This is the only, and just modify this to lock this in. So this is how it works. So now you can see, if I scroll down, I now have 2 positions. I have gold in a short position, which means sells, and I have Pepperstone NASDAQ on a long position, which is actually doing pretty good. I'm $34 up, and I'm actually taking this trade right now on my live account, so you guys can see as well. We'll go over this. You guys, this is really easy. Trading is the way to go. You can see I'm already up $1,500 right now for the day. I'm aiming to get 4,000-ish, and then I think I'm pretty much going to be done for the whole day. But Guys, listen, if you guys want to achieve this level, if you guys want to make, actually, let's round it up to 4,000. I'm a little greedy. But if you guys want to go ahead and have the same results, have the same opportunities, guys, just you have to lock in. You have to lock in and take into consideration everything that I'm telling you in these videos. This is the way to go if you guys want to make money in 2025. So TradingView, honestly, the only app that you need in order to take some trades. Okay, you can see I'm already up $37. In this case, I'm gonna teach you guys this as well, but you could do, what you could do is go ahead and remove the risk. Stop risking. No need to risk $68. Now if it goes all the way down, I'll still make $3.20 in profits, right? And I'm going to do the same thing here on my live account. If it goes all the way down, I'm still going to secure $200. Guys, this is as simple as it gets. This is trading. And listen, I'm really excited for you guys to continue your journey. This is real money, by the way, and I'm doing this on 2 accounts simultaneously. So I'm already up $3,000 for the day. I'm willing to get $8,000. Guys, I really, really, really appreciate you guys for watching my videos, and there's a lot to come. There's a lot to come for you guys. So with that being said, in the next video, I'm going to go over how the charts work, what's trend line, trend lines being a direction in which the market goes. We have different patterns, support, resistance, key levels. I'm going to go all over that in the next class. All right, so guys, stay tuned, explore a little bit of the apps, explore a little bit of TradingView, have some fun with some trades. The market's just open, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. All right, see ya.